What's up YouTube, this is Ivy Redemption bringing you another little commentary here. Well, I say little, I don't mean that, it's actually about 9 minutes long, but that's only because this is a full gameplay right here. This gameplay was sick. It was actually probably my best gameplay that I've ever had on Modern Warfare 3 to date, because they come out 68 to 17, yeah, without like a single kill streak. It's all just gun on gun gameplay, because this is Drop Zone. For those of you that don't know what Drop Zone is, or that haven't played on Drop Zone yet, you literally have to defend the drop zone and you get care packages, and the people who are defending the drop zone get like bonus points for the kills. It's all about the kills as well as the care packages, and as you can see I rack up a fair amount of them because I got my shiny little Type 95 out. This is the first gold gun I've actually unlocked, and this is the first time I've ever used it, and I think we can fairly say it worked wonders. But I know people are going to be sitting there going like, oh, Type 95, that sucks, man. But no, I don't really care. If you people want to like sort of hate on a weapon, it's kind of childish, really. I mean, people are allowed to use whatever gun they want. I mean, I've been raped, not the right word. I've been sort of ripped a few times because people have been like, oh yeah, you use the Type 95, you're a noob, it's so easy to use. And I'm just like, to be honest, mate, I've got 68 kills, you've got 8. Yeah, go tell me to use a different gun when you get a higher score than me. But tactical insertion, spawn raping. But yeah, this commentary isn't really going to have a set subject to it. I'm just going to ramble on for the next 8 minutes. Wait, about the next 8 minutes about whatever I feel I want to talk about, because I've realised, it's come to my attention, that not many people like my subjects. I will admit I do come out with some pretty obscure subjects, I know, but that's because that's me, and I like to talk about serious subjects every once in a while. I know it's not really everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, you've got to have some of that, haven't you? You've got to show that not all gamers are like sweaty nerds. Definitely not me, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this game right now, Modern Warfare 3, has been out for a fairly long time now, a good few months, and people have really got into the swing of things. People are really getting comfortable with it, and I'm on and off with it like a bitch. I really am, because some days I'll sit there and I'll be like, oh, this game sucks, it's horrible. But then like the next day I could be playing it and I could absolutely be bumming this game because I love it. Like today, well, yeah, whenever I got this gameplay, because it's an on and off kind of game, because there's so many little bits about it that just piss you off all the time, like shotgun whores, overpowered kill streaks, campers, you know, all stuff like that. But I was actually going to trip myself up a little bit and make a video in which I would absolutely rip the hell out of this game and slate it and say, oh, Battlefield 3 is better, because I really got into the swing of Battlefield 3 recently, because I mean, that game in itself is spectacular. You have to admit, even if you're not a fan of it, as I know many people are not, you have to admit that a game with maps that big, 24-player maps with jets and tanks and like all the combat effects and the weapons customization, you've got to admit that is a damn good game. I mean, it wouldn't really feel like Call of Duty if Call of Duty had that stuff, but I think it would improve it, severely would improve it, because you see Robert Bowling, he's sitting there going, it's about the gun, it's about the player. It's not about the gun and about the player, Bobby, I'm sorry mate, but you're a bit wrong there, because it's still about kill streaks, it's still about kills, it's still about sweating and camping and getting a KD, because on Battlefield 3, it's not about that. You don't have kill streaks, you don't have perks, the maps are too big to sweat on. I mean, if you want a kill streak, you make your own. You get in a jet, fly over. I mean, the only thing that does suck is the fact that like, when you start off low. I mean, the jets start off with a minigun on the front, and that's it. And then you progress to like infrared flares to fight off like rockets, and then you get heat seekers yourself, and so on and so forth. And you progress and you level up. And that game is about the guns and the players. I mean, you get 10 attachments for every single primary weapon, and each one you can have like 3 on a gun at the same time. And it's about, like I said, you can't camp, you can't sweat, because you won't get kills, you really won't, unless you're playing team deathmatch, but that's a whole different story, because the game itself is designed for like games like Conquest, where you have big, massive battles across 24-player maps with freaking tanks. I mean, literally, nothing beats a game on a map called Caspian Border, where you start and you have helicopters, jets, tanks and jeeps rolling across the open field to get into battle with the enemy's tanks coming right at you. Nothing beats it, I tell you now. But on the subject of different games, it's looking like 2012 is going to be a damn good year for video games, because I mean, later on this year we have Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out, which is a game. It's a game which I am so excited about. I mean, it's been so long since we've had a decent Call of Duty. No, wrong game. Shut up. It's been years since we've had a decent Grand Theft Auto, like Grand Theft Auto 4, and even then people didn't like that. But I mean, we must have all seen the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5, and it looks so impressive. It really does. I mean, sorry, you've got the return to like Los Santos, the what would you call it? The city in San Andreas, the game which was released about 7 years ago, which was probably the most famous Grand Theft Auto of all time, I believe. And oh, it just looks so good. I mean, obviously the graphics have taken a severe boot up the backside, and that looks like amazing in itself. But then we've got everything coming back. Like we've got pilotable aeroplanes coming back, and then we've got weapon customization and vehicle customization and articulated vehicles, which is always fun, and it's just like purchasable properties. It looks like it's set to be so good. And then of course there's other games coming out this year, like Resident Evil 6, which has got the trailers coming out for that just recently. I think there's like a Halo 4 in the mix somewhere. We've got Tomb Raider, a new Tomb Raider coming out, which is not going to be a continuation or like an extension, but it's going to be a complete reboot, which is going to see Lara Croft. Oh, goddamn, Lara Croft. It's going to see her going back to like the start of her career. Just got out of like, I don't know what you call it, tomb raiding university course or something, and it's going to see her on some sort of islands in some tropical area. And I believe she has to, they've made it so you learn as she learns. Like, you have to build weapons and you have to learn new abilities to be able to get to other areas of the islands and stuff, which looks to be pretty damn cool. And another game that I'm actually looking forward to is Hitman Absolution. I mean, we haven't seen Baldy for a long time, you know, old Agent 47, since correct me if I'm wrong, but since Blood Money, way back, at least 5-6 years ago maybe. And yeah, new Hitman Absolution looks absolutely sick. I mean, they had a little bit of a teaser release video trailer thingy for it, which showed us some of the things he can do now. And it looks so much more advanced. I think he might be getting a bit old, to be honest. I mean, he must have been going a good 10-15 years now in himself, and I mean, isn't he a clone? I don't really know the story of Hitman because I never played it. I never played it at all, really. I had demos and that's it. It wasn't really my kind of game back when I was a young'un. But I think he's a clone. I think that's the barcode thing on the back of his head that kind of gives that away. You know, he probably just cut it off of a baked bean tin or something and stuck it on the back of his head, probably. But yeah, I mean, there are other games coming out as well. I think there's a Far Cry 3 as well, which is going to be pretty much the same thing as Far Cry 2. Oh, that is kind of rape. Quad! That is kind of rape, that little bit there. I think I just slaughtered the whole team in about 10 seconds. I probably actually got the challenge for that. No, I didn't. Nothing came up. What it? Yeah, that thing that I just did, the quad thing, I'm really curious to know where that's from, because I saw a video a while back called Super Noobs. Absolutely hilarious thing by a guy called I think you pronounce it Conchito something or other, and he makes this video which mocks stuff in Call of Duty, like Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I don't think he's covered yet, but it's hilarious, the videos that he makes. I don't know how he comes up with all this stuff, but he does, and it is amazing. But I really wanted to do a Super Noobs 4 because the stuff he comes up with is such a giggle, it really is. And he uses a soundbite where someone, the story is they're looking at a rainbow and he shouts something out and he goes, "Quad!" And I really want to know where that comes from because I recognize it. Someone said Grizz, someone said zzirGrizz, but I'm not sure if that's correct. But if that's it, then problem solved. Maybe if anyone out there knows what I mean by quad, then they can tell me. Because you can't really just YouTube quad, can you? Because you get like millions of videos back from people who are getting quads. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this is the first commentary with my gold gun, and I have so many guns which are near gold, and I'm going to try and make a commentary maybe with a different gold gun every single time, because I use so many different weapons. Every different game is a different weapon. So I'm going to try and get a few up to gold and maybe do a commentary next with gold M4, then maybe I'll try a sniping commentary, sniping gameplay. But this game was me. You saw me stomping on some noobs, you know. I mean, the scores of the top guy here, he gets like 8 to 26 or something. I got 68 to 17. I'm happy with this gameplay. I'm sorry it went on to the time was out. Here's my final kill cam right there. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the rambling. I'm sorry if I went on a bit too much, but I'll bring out another commentary soon, and hopefully that one will be a little bit better. Thanks for listening, guys.